The trial against Richard Allen, it's coming up here in October, and several motions being presented before Judge Gull recently. And, well, what we know so far of what's come back, they have been denied the motion to dismiss, but there are still a couple that are pending. Joining me to discuss and explain where things are at, Bob Motta, defense attorney, host of the podcast Defense Diaries. Get it wherever you get podcasts. All right, what's your thoughts where we're sitting right here, right now, waiting for Gull to come back on that third-party defense, third-party culprit theory, and the denial of dismissing all this.
It's coming.
Yeah,
Trial's coming, and soon. Like we're talking like a little less than 2 months, or
yeah,
maybe slight. And that is the blink of an eye for attorneys preparing for a case like this. So yeah, we're waiting on a couple of different rulings. Really, the most critical rulings in the eyes of the defense, far more than the motion to dismiss, which she denied. I fully anticipated that.
hmm,
That's a huge ask of a court to have them dismiss charges based on. And their concept was that the state had knowingly or intentionally destroyed evidence, namely interviews by one of their third party culprit suspects, Brad Holder. Uh, Gull was not compelled. She did not find it to be a compelling argument. She felt that they didn't address the timeline and the fact that in the estimation of law enforcement, Brad Holder is alibied out because he was at work during the day.
hmm,
Now, I've been saying all along with this case, if I were the defense attorneys, I would be attacking the timeline
hmm,
because what is establishing the time of death here? It appears to be activity on Libby's phone, and that's it.
yeah,
There, we in the hearing, it came out that they have not that they never took a body temperature of the girls when they were discovered, and that there was no time of death fixed by the medical examiner. Which, in the world of true crime, if you know anything about true crime, timelines are everything.
yeah,
So the attack has to be that this took place at a much later time because the state has now, in that very same hearing, they locked themselves into between 2:30 and 3:30 is when they believe that the girls were killed, not
hmm,
2:15. Like Holman on the stand said, 2:30 to 3:30. That's when we think this happened. So if you're the defense, you're attacking that. You're saying,
sure,
okay, well, what is your proof of that? Like, what is it? And we have this new evidence. So the motion to dismiss, I was not surprised she denied that. That is like I said, that's a extreme measure for the court to take. I never thought that she was going to grant that in a million years. It did give you some insight into her mindset though.
hmm,
Like she is of the mindset that the Holder alibi is legit.
yeah,
She is of the mindset that the timeline is legit. Like she just showed her hand.
yeah,
Like she did not need to make those findings. I was surprised that she did, frankly. But and as far as the other one, it was a motion to compel, wherein the defense was trying to get certain evidence that they say is still outstanding. The only thing that I know is still outstanding is the forensic guy for ISP, Indiana State Police,
hmm,
Trooper Cecil, is doing an updated Cellubrite extraction of Libby's phone.
hmm,
And I think that was due. Like she from the date that the order dropped, they had 10 days to get that over to the
sure.
defense,
So it
which
should be
is,
done by now.
we're 7 years in, man, and they're still doing extractions of Libby's phone. Now their excuse is that they're using the most updated uh version of Cellubrite and that it has more tools, which I'm cool with.
Sure.
I mean, like as long as they're getting the reports of everything that preceded that, and if law
Yeah.
enforcement's continuing to try to mine information out of that phone through updates that have added features through Cellubrite, I mean, do it.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to get to the truth here.
Yeah.
And I hope that law enforcement's trying to get to the truth here. If there's something on that phone,
Yeah.
like we know that at 4:33 a.m. flood of text messages that come in, which means that the phone inexplicably, in my estimation, somehow connected to that tower,
Hmm.
after sitting there for 11 hours, not connecting
Yeah.
with AT&T pinging every 15 minutes is problematic for the state.
Yeah.
Like if I'm the defense, I consider that to be a real wedge
Yeah.
that I'm attacking really, really hard. Now, whether or not you're going to be able to get a jury to understand the concept that it appears either the phone was off
Mhm.
and then turned on, or the phone was off, brought off site, and then when the killer got back, because the phone clearly seems to have been left purposefully.
Yeah.
And it seems to be like if I were arguing the case, I'd argue, look, the phone was turned on because the killer wanted the girls to be found,
Mhm.
and they knew that they'd be pinging that phone.
Mhm.
I mean, everybody knows in this day and age with the phone technology, they always know where we're at.
Yeah.
So that to me, the most reasonable explanation as to why the phone came on is because the killer wanted the girls
Found.
recovered.
Yeah. Yeah. Timeline's going to be very key in all this when it finally does go to trial here in October. It's fascinating. We'll see where the rest of her decisions lie on the third party culprit here in the coming weeks. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to follow us wherever you download podcasts, and especially Apple Podcasts, where you can get advanced episode and premium content on our premium channel right there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any breaking updates on the stories that matter to you most. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Brueski, and you'll find us right there. Again, thanks for watching.